From the opening video montage, you guys got to see the 1:6 EDAR 1:6 first focal plane from Discovery Opt. Now these guys decided to send me out some scope rings to try out with this 1:6 scope. That's what you guys saw on the opening video montage, and that's what we're going to go ahead and go over today. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and push the cantilever off to the side, the one-piece cantilever off to the side for right now, because this is going to be the final product that we leave on this scope. I just kind of want to go over the two-piece scope rings that these guys have made. You guys can see their machining is very nice inside these. They get a good bite. Now, what I like about them is they give you a few different heights. I went with the 30mm tubing, so you guys can see the different heights here. We've got the 30mm tubing there. I went with the 1.26 inch height. And you know, if you guys want something a little lower, if you're putting it on something that sets a little higher or need to get closer to the rifle, you guys can do a little bit lower, a little bit higher, whatever you prefer. They come with this nice clean box, very nice. You guys get this Torx head wrench for adjusting, loosening the screws, the bolts. However, the nice thing too that they also do, which I like, is that they tell you how to tighten it. This one first, then this one, then this one, then this one. They've lightened it by milling out the heavier parts to it. So this is a very lightweight scope ring. Very, very nice. I like this. And I like that they include all the little tools, pieces, and extra screws. So if you guys lose something, it's easy to go ahead and just replace it. Oh, well, there you are. Hey, before we get too far into this video, we got to thank our sponsors, JSD Supply. They send us out tons and tons of great products to test out. Go on over to JSD Supply, check them out. When you're over there, order yourself a Gideon Optics product. Use coupon code Delta10 at checkout. Save yourself 10% off on any Gideon Optics products. Also, we got to thank Re9 Safety. Re9 Safety supplies us with our target stands and our targets. We couldn't do that without Re9. Re9 and JSD Supply, thanks for sponsoring the channel. I went with the 1.5 inch height on it. I didn't go with the 1.9. You can go with the 1.9. They also make a 34mm one. So if you guys have a bigger tube, a 34mm tube or anything like that, you guys can go with the 34. Or you guys can do like I did and go with the 30. You get a lot of options when you guys are ordering this from Discovery Opt. So go ahead and order what you need from them. Again, I like their presentation. They do a great job with their presentation when you open up these boxes. You get your Torx wrench, you get extra screws. So if you lose a screw or strip a screw out or anything like that, very nice. And I will say I like how they have skeletonized this. It is very lightweight. I would say it's probably one of the more lightweight cantilever mounts I have had. Again, they've given you the torque specs right there on the top. They've given you the numbers on how to torque it back and forth, so if you've never put one on, and they give you the torque specs on the side right here as well. They've got these little studs, little alignment studs. That's very cool. As you guys can see, it doesn't fall off just by turning sideways. Those little alignment studs make sure everything stays aligned. As you're putting it in there, you're not going to be able to cross thread your screws. That's going to help prevent that from happening. They even did it on their two-piece, as you guys can see, the little alignment studs. So that is pretty cool. Another thing I liked that I discovered on these optic mounts is that they're putting the 1913 rail blocks inside here. They also skeletonized the underneath of this. Very cool. So that helps lighten it up too. But the locking blocks, 1913 rail locking blocks here, this is going to aid in less ability to shift or recoil, bumps, anything like that. Not that I suspect it's going to shift at all, because you are tightening it down to 30 inch-pounds right there. But they also do it on the single scope mounts too. They put your nice rail block inside there, so very cool. I like seeing companies do this. It does help the ability, or lessen the ability for this to shift back and forth on a 1913 rail. So great job, Discovery Optic, by doing that. Let's go ahead and continue to get this mounted to a rifle. All right, well, we are back from the range with the Discovery Op 30mm, 1.5 inch high cantilever mount. Now guys, this turned out very nice. I do like the design that the Discovery Ops did on this because it is skeletonized. It does save a little bit of weight, quite a bit of weight actually. Another thing that I like that they did is they did the 3 locking points here, they did the 3 screws right here, and they have those big locking points into that rail. So you guys get a lot of bite, a lot of contact into that rail. One of the last things I'm going to go over that I do like is how low this cantilever sets right here against that rail. So it doesn't set very high, and I've had a few other cantilevers that have set it quite a bit higher in the past, and we've done torture tests on the scopes, and that cantilever has dropped down. So this doesn't have a whole lot of room to bend, flex, or anything like that. So great job. Now we also have broke the Kel-Tec RDB before by doing drop tests and torture tests on optics. So we're not going to use this gun anymore for torture tests, and I don't think it's fair to try to say, did this make it any more accurate or any less accurate? It's a Kel-Tec RDB. We get about 1.5 inch MOA grouping out of this. So I didn't do any real grouping to see how well this either held up or didn't. What I was more or less looking at is this going to be nice and tight? Is this going to function? And is it going to shift just under natural recoil and things like that? It didn't. It did very well. So again, Discovery Op, I appreciate you guys sending this out to the channel. It did very well. This is what it looks like on top, guys. I do like the skeletonized look of it all the way around. I do think there's a lot of information with, saying 20 inch pounds on the screws, that kind of stuff, how to, where to start first, second, third, fourth. You get your 30 inch pounds. They give you a lot of information right here. So if you lose your owner's manual or anything like that, it's all right here. Now, it also does keep the weight of this optic down, which I do like as well. First focal planes are a little heavy. This one here tends to be about that medium range for first focal plane. So again, very nice to Discovery Op for keeping that weight down and keeping that in mind to try to help keep the weight down of this optic. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you're not already. It helps out the algorithms if you leave a comment in the comments down below. Follow me on social medias, and thanks for shooting the breeze with me, guys. We'll see you next time.